Welcome back to RABID Noise on RABID Radio. Joining me on the program now is Sam Totman from the mighty Dragonforce. Thanks for joining us tonight, man.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Awesome. Great to have you on the show, man. Well, you're just about to release your new album, Maximum Overload, and there are a lot of people I know who are hanging to hear it. With such a great back catalogue behind you, what would you say was the biggest challenge when going into write and record album number 6?
Well, I suppose just to, not become boring or not kind of change your style too much so that people go, oh, this is a pile of shit. I think the main thing is to, we kind of still just write songs that we genuinely enjoy. It's kind of, we're not really kind of thinking, oh man, we got to do more of this just so people like it. We actually do really still like playing music and writing songs. I guess it wasn't too much of a challenge, but I guess the only difficult thing is you've still got to think of ideas in the same kind of style, which isn't without repeating yourself too much. You know what I mean? It's we've done 6 albums now that's all pretty similar, fast stuff. So I think we kind of experiment more in the instrumental section and stuff, because I don't want to ever lose those sort of big choruses and that kind of thing. So and I found a lot of bands that I was a fan of, once they kind of get onto down the line a bit with quite a few albums, they'll start trying to do unmelodic chords and trying to be wacky. And I'm like, oh man, just stick to the chords that sound good. You can still make a different melody line over it. So that was kind of the main thing, which it always gets a bit more difficult. But the only thing with this album, which was quite cool, is that in the past I would write most of the stuff on my own. I don't want to sound like a big-headed twat or something, but that's just kind of how we did it. But on this one, this was the first time I kind of teamed up with Fred, the bass player, and we wrote all the songs together. So whenever I couldn't think of something, he would go, oh yeah, I can think of something for that part. I'm getting bad at finding instrumental sections. I'm better at writing vocal lines and the singing parts basically these days. I've never run out of ideas for that, but for instrumental, I'm kind of oh man, what can I do? So he's got all these ideas, and that definitely brought I think a lot of people said, oh, there's a lot of stuff that we've never done before on this record, and that's probably a lot of his influence, which is cool, because, so that kind of made life a lot easier.
Did you jam in the same room, or was it over the net, or how's that work when you got together?
Well, I just went over his place, because he lives over in France, because he's a French guy anyway, so he lives there, so that was kind of cool, because I usually just sit at my home and write songs in my bedroom with my laptop, I get a drum machine and kind of put it together like that. So it was kind of cool, we went over there and we it was just kind of the same thing. I would go, one of us would be on the guitar, one would be on the drum machine, and when we'd sort of which sounds kind of this weird way of writing songs, but I guess in this day and age actually it's probably not that weird. But we just kind of have turns. I would go, oh, I've got some riffs and chords and stuff, and we'd kind of switch around like that. And then by the end of it, we had done all these demos like that. So it was pretty fun actually.
Awesome, man. This album was it produced by Jens Bogren? Is that right?
Yeah, no, that was really cool. I was kind of the one that was least in favour of doing that, because I was like, oh, we've done all the records on our own before, but just, if we get a producer, it might end up sucking or it might not sound as good or something. And Herman, the other guitar player, he was like, oh no, we need to change it around a bit, do something new. We might get kind of stuck in our own rut without even realising it. But luckily, the result, I'm totally happy with it. So it did all work out fine in the end. But I was kind of, at the start, I was like, oh, why do we don't need a producer. All he's going to do is want to change stuff that I don't want to change. And we're going to basically pay someone to argue with us. But in the end, we kind of did generally see stuff in the same way. And I think I'm actually really glad we went there, because he's got he's a really good producer. He's done a lot of great bands and made some really good albums. So, and I think it kind of brought something new to the sound, but we haven't lost anything, because I was I wasn't really, a lot of bands that I've liked in the years have changed producer, and I've thought, well, I don't really like this as much anymore. The songs are still good, but I don't like the sound of the record. But one thing, so I was worried that would happen to us, but luckily I really loved the sound of it, and I think we definitely didn't lose anything that was good about it before, so it all worked out really well in the end.
Yeah, well, I've heard it, and it sounds phenomenal, man. And the songs are great too. Man, everyone's just going to lose their shit when they hear it. I think it's just going to explode. It's going to be so good.
Well, yeah, we'll have to wait and see, I suppose, yeah.
Oh, I just know they will. It's going to be awesome, man. The album features guest vocals from Matt Heafy of Trivium as well. So how did that come about? Good mates?
Yeah, no, we've known those guys for ages, actually, because we were we'd done a tour with them way back in 2007. And then we toured again with them a couple of years ago. We went around South America, and we just kind of always run into bands at festivals and all that. So we kind of just know them for ages now, and we, in the past we always had some kind of like screaming, like black metal, whatever you want to call it, vocals on our records, and we used to just do it ourselves or get one of our mates to do it, and then this time we thought, let's just like get someone who's professional at it, so we don't have to sit there and get a sore throat for a day, and it worked out really well, because we kind of didn't want to ask him because we knew that he'd been touring, and we were like, oh man, we don't want to ask him to do more work when he's probably happy to get home and relax. But so me and Herman didn't want to ask him, and then Fred was like, oh fuck it, I'll have to ask him anyway and see what happens. And he was like totally happy to do it. Like he even like sent us more stuff. We asked him to do a few things, and he sent us back all his other ideas. It was like, I've done all this other stuff which I think is cool, and you can use it if you want. If you don't, I don't care. So he was like totally like up for it, and actually did a really good job.
It's always good when, you've got someone that, on the outside that's as enthusiastic as what you guys are. I can hear it in his vocals in there too, and it just works so well. Yeah,
definitely. We always thought he had a really cool voice, and the cool thing with him was that he can do like melodic singing as well. So he's doing some shouting stuff, but he's also like, it's not quite so obvious, but he's actually like on the song No More and the what was the other one, Defenders, I think. He's actually on all the songs he sang on, the one called The Game as well. And he's actually like doing some like harmonizing with Mark, the singer, like in the choruses and stuff. So he's like doing a lot. So he's doing he really got a wide range of styles, and he kind of used them all, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. It sounds great. You guys have been shredding for so many years, and you're definitely top of your game. So, what do you do to keep things interesting for yourself as a guitarist? When you hit that expert level, where do you sort of go from there?
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't consider us to be experts at all, really. I mean, we still I think there's guys out there like, someone like Steve Vai, or, we're not even like a half as, or even a 100th as good as someone like that, I mean, there's definitely always stuff you can be improving on for sure, everyone's got their kind of strengths and weaknesses, I suppose, so, yeah, I mean, we always just listen to stuff, and I'll hear something by some, I went to see Extreme the other day, and Nuno, the guitar player from them, I was just going, oh man, this guy's amazing. I hadn't seen it because I'd never even actually been to Extreme live before, and they're not like my favourite band or anything, but the guitar playing was just so good, and I went, and he's always doing this really cool kind of fast muted picking stuff, which I really like, and so I went home and I was like, I'm going to try and do it, so that's just one example. You just hear people, and you even now I'll be like, oh man, that was I can't do that, but I want to try. So probably still never be able to be as good as him, but there's always people that making you, when you hear someone do something cool, you kind of want to go and do it yourself, basically. Yeah,
it's kind of cool to hear that you guys look up to other dudes as well, especially at that level.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you're never going to be. You can always get better. Well, unless you're Steve Vai, I think he's so amazing that you probably can't even get better. But yeah, I mean, everyone's at different levels. I mean, it's I guess if some people think we're really good, that's kind of nice to know, but I definitely don't want to go around saying, "Oh, we're really amazing," because I still think we could be way better. But we're just going to play the best we can, and people like it. That's cool, I guess.
You guys are definitely an influence on heaps of guitarists. I know. Do you ever get people coming up to you and egging you on to challenge you to a shred off or something like that?
Oh, not really, no. I guess the main reason is because you've got to be in the right situation to do it. You know what I mean? It's not. Yeah. Unless you're at a gig, some other band might possibly say that, but no one ever really did. So, no, I mean, I suppose it'd be kind of fun, but I don't want to I don't know. I'm not really into that kind of thing. I don't want to win and make someone feel bad, or I don't want to lose and look like an idiot. That never really happened, actually. No.
Well, your fan base is also, it's very diverse, and your music appeals to not just metalheads and guitarists, but a lot of people from different walks of life. Have you ever been in a situation where you've met people personally over the years that have taken you by surprise that they were fans?
I always find when we're sitting in our tour bus or something outside a venue in the daytime, and I'll look at the queue of people outside, and I'm like, I wouldn't have expected that guy to be there, or that girl, or that even this. I mean, obviously we're not so popular people. It's not the people that come to us in the street and go, oh wow, you're really cool. But so it's more like I was saying, when you see the queue outside a gig, I'm like, what's he doing here? But I think it's really cool. I'm like, it makes you kind of happy that you've appeal that are not just your typical metal fans, because it means you kind of That just makes you feel good that you've kind of created something that more people can enjoy, I guess.
You know, as I said, it's so, the fan base is so diverse. I mean, my daughter, she's 14, and, you know, she's pretty much grown up with it within the household, you know, and now she's a big fan.
So your kids probably didn't have much choice, though, to listen to metal all day long then, right?
We gave it to her bit by bit, but then she made up her own choice. So she'd rather listen to Dragonforce than One Direction, which makes me happy.
Well, that's really cool, actually, yeah. No, I thought it was funny, yeah, because someone asked me the other day, like, we were talking about my mates, and we were saying, do you think your parents' music collection influences you? And I was like, well, I suppose in a way, but you still do choose your own stuff, because, like, my dad had a lot of like, classical records, and he had a lot of, like, Pink Floyd and stuff. And, you know, I still never got into the classical stuff, so it wasn't like, and he would be playing that all day, but I just didn't appeal to me. So I guess you still kind of make up your own mind at the end. So yeah, if they like it, they must definitely like it.
When you guys played Soundwave, and she was devastated because she's not old enough to go. So we brought her a shirt, so she wears a Dragonforce shirt around the place. So I promised her one day.
Well, we will be there again at some point for sure.
Well, I definitely hope so, you know. So got plans to come back here soon?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but basically right now I can't really say anything for sure because otherwise it's not all totally confirmed. So if I say something, it might change, and then everyone will be like, oh, what did the kid say that for? Like, but so like basically we're touring in Europe and UK till up to Christmas, and then we'll definitely be in Australia next year at some point, probably earlier than later for sure. Like because we always come over there anyway for every record, and we always have a really good time, and everyone seems to like really be into it over there. So yeah, no, we'll be here again for sure. People just need to, if anyone want to like find out, basically they can just like look on the internet, and I mean it's pretty easy to get a hold of tour dates off the websites and stuff. So like, yeah, I mean, we'll be there for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, we definitely can't wait to see you guys down here again. We're going to go to the track, the game off Maximum Overload now. Thanks so much for hanging with us tonight, Sam, and I really wish you the best of luck with all your future plans with Dragonforce.
Oh, nice one, man. Well, thanks for having us on the show. Yeah, it's been cool to talk to you.